And a very good evening to you all, and welcome to some more Kahok Volleyball for you here on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network. My name is Zach Roseman. Glad that you're here with us today on a overcast Tuesday early evening here in early October. Starting to feel like fall just a little bit outside finally after a bit of a heat wave here in this particular part of the country. Like I said, we're here for some volleyball as the Collinsville Kahawks are set to take on the Lancers of Belleville East. Collinsville come in with a record of 15 wins and 10 losses under the direction of first-year head coach Katie Dawson. Belleville East, they come in at 20-5 under the direction of coach Abby Hanger. This is the second matchup of the year between these two teams. Belleville East won the first matchup at Belleville East, pretty comfortable fashion, 25-9, 25-10. As we bring in my partner for this evening, Josh Roseman. Obviously, Josh, bit of a rough go of it against the Lancers last time, but you've seen the team now. You know what they're going to want to try and do, and hopefully for the Kahawks it leads to better results this go-around.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it. East are a very good volleyball team, and no matter the team, this conference is rough. I mean, there is some very good athletes in this conference, and East have some on their volleyball team. And I mean, Collinsville, like you said, Collinsville struggled a lot against them the last time they played them, but it's a new day, it's a new game. You just got to go out there and you got to, I guess you figure out what you did wrong in the last game against them and you try and fix it.
Yeah, and obviously for Belleville East, it's just trying to do more of the same. We're going to go ahead and take our first break here on the Kahawk Broadcast Club Network. We'll be back here in just a minute for some more information here on the Kahawk Broadcast Club Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice. Are you a collector of sports trading cards and other sports memorabilia? Then you need to check out Rippin' Rookies Cards and Collectibles in Collinsville. Rippin' Rookies specializes in sports cards from all the major sports, MLB, NBA, NFL, plus Star Wars cards and more. Rippin' Rookies buys, sells, and trades cards and other memorabilia, and they have a large selection of single and graded cards. Walk-ins at Rippin' Rookies are welcome, or you can set up an appointment for large collections at sales@rippinrookies.com. Rippin' Rookies, 102 East Clay Street in the Old Herald Complex. Open Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Sundays, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Rippin' Rookies, Collinsville sports card and memorabilia destination.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Mike and Sarah's Produce in Collinsville is a one-stop destination for seasonal fruits, vegetables, and more. Located at 116 North Bluff Road, Mike and Sarah's Produce features fresh selections of your favorite fruits and veggies, from cherries, peaches, and watermelons to corn, tomatoes, and zucchini. You can find all of your produce needs at Mike and Sarah's. Seasonal favorites such as pumpkins in the fall, summer peaches, spring asparagus, and more. Plus, Mike and Sarah's Produce is a go-to in the spring for flowered plants, hanging baskets, and a large selection of fresh seafood. Mike and Sarah's Produce, 116 North Bluff Road in Collinsville. Stop by today. Looking for something to get your student involved in? Maybe joining the Collinsville Kahok Trap Team is that something. Created in 2017, the Collinsville Kahok Trap Team has joined a long line of area schools in one of the fastest growing and safest sports in the country. Trap shooting is a fun, team-oriented outdoor sport that offers friendship, competition, and teamwork, all in a safe and fun environment that encourages students to be part of a team in which they will learn valuable skills and are encouraged to engage in community involvement through volunteering and mentoring. If Collinsville Trap sounds like something your student would be interested in, call Collinsville Trap at 618-795-9893 or visit Collinsville Kahok Trap on Facebook, 618-795-9893. Looking for a new place to catch the game with a cold drink and some great food? Look no further than 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville. 1101 Bar and Grill features pizza, burgers, wraps, and salads, plus 7 large screen TVs to catch the latest Kahok games and all of the pro sports across the spectrum, and all the college football and basketball you can handle. 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Call 1101 Bar and Grill for carryout orders at 618-223-1332.
We welcome you back into the broadcast booth here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Getting close now to start of action here on Purple Out Night. So a lot of purple here in the gym anyway, but maybe some extra purple tonight for this matchup between the Kahawks and the Lancers. Just a quick rundown of Belleville East's schedule. You mentioned their 20-5 record. Coming into today's match, they are 5-2 in Southwestern Conference play, and we'll talk about that, Josh, here. You know, the losses for this Belleville East team.
Columbia Rockbridge early in the year in a tournament, who were pretty good. Columbia, Illinois, who are very, very good.
Yep. Edwardsville in 3 sets, which, well, it's Edwardsville.
One of their 2 losses in conference.
O'Fallon at home, which is maybe a little interesting, but O'Fallon are not a bad team.
No.
And that's probably Belleville East's worst loss of the year. Breeze Central in 3 sets, who are very, very good.
That's Columbia's 1 loss on the year.
Yeah, they just finished up with a 5th place, I believe, finish at their own Metro Classic tournament over the weekend. So, you know, obvious and very good field there. So this is a good team. Probably looking at a 1 or a 2 seed.
Definitely looking for a regional title.
Yeah, I mean, obviously still some very good teams you have to go through. I know Quincy have had a
solid.
Yeah, Quincy have had a pretty good year. Belleville West maybe had their struggles a little bit, but
Edwardsville are obviously a good team.
Yeah, Edwardsville, O'Fallon.
Even West aren't a bad volleyball team.
No, I mean West, you know, have maybe had their struggles a little bit during the regular season, but it's not you know, Belleville West is a team that
and Collinsville
especially
yeah,
and it's not like.
I mean, Collinsville are a solid team too.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really count.
You can't count anybody out in the conference.
Yeah, I mean, on, you know, any given night, weird things can happen. It's high school sports. Sometimes, you know, games aren't always played on paper. We're gonna go ahead and take one more break here, and we'll be back in just a little bit for the starting lineups and the start of action here on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network.
Looking for a new place to catch the game with a cold drink and some great food? Look no further than 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville. 1101 Bar and Grill features pizza, burgers, wraps, and salads, plus 7 large screen TVs to catch the latest Kahawk games and all of the pro sports across the spectrum, and all the college football and basketball you can handle. 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. Call 1101 Bar and Grill for carryout orders at 618-223-1332. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting collinsvillefoundation.com.
We welcome you back here into Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, getting ready now for the introduction of the starting lineups for Belleville East. Kiernan Padgett, Liv Kraus, Addie Kramkowski, Abby Monroe, Julia Morrow, Addison Werner, and a freshman libero
who is very good.
Yeah, Kaylee Lane for Coach Abby Hanger, assisted by Addie Burris and Kim Riley. Obviously, we talked about their 20-5 record, and now we'll see what the Kahawks are looking to do for this one. Decent student section on hand. Some football.
Not the biggest crowd of the year, but
not a bad crowd, and more people starting to file in as the freshman game.
People getting off of work, so.
Yeah. Making their way here. Looks like gonna go with a kind of a similar-ish lineup to what we've had. Natalie Thompson will get the start at setter tonight. I'm sure we'll probably see Carly Altenberger a little bit.
And now, for the Collinsville Kahawks.
Crowd gets on their feet here. Ava Muniz will get the start on the right side. Avery Johnson. And
middle hitter, senior, number 14,
Amari Edwards will be one of your middle hitters.
Center, junior, number 9,
Natalie Thompson will get the start at center, as I mentioned. Griffin Gutyar will play the back row.
Senior, number 3, Griffin Gutyar.
Jocelyn Johnson will be your second middle.
Sophomore, number 7.
And Addie Muniz will get the start at libero for Coach Katie Dawson.
Senior, number 16, Addie Muniz.
Kahawks in their purples, white numbers. Will libero Muniz in the white with purple. And for Belleville East, they are out there in their navy blue uniforms with the Columbia blue letters. Columbia University. And the libero lane in...
It's
dark pink?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an interesting color.
But it's definitely...
It's pink, but it's darker than normal pink.
Yep, with numbers in the...
Navy blue.
And navy blue trimmed in light blue.
Interesting libero uniforms.
But it's a contrast. And
I mean, it's not the same as the other ones.
Yeah, so it...
I'm not sure why they're not just light blue with
navy
blue lettering, but...
I don't know. But
like that uniform over there in the far corner.
I don't know. It works, and so we are going to get underway here. JV game won by Belleville East, 25-14, 25-9. The first set felt pretty competitive, a little closer than the score indicated, at least to me. The second set, Collinsville got off to an all right start, but then East were able to...
Collinsville made some mistakes, and East just really didn't.
Yeah, and it got away pretty quickly, but Belleville East JV team is
East are going to be good.
Yeah, pretty darn good, and it's already there's definitely already young talent already on this Belleville East team, and it seems like the pipeline is still looking pretty good. And Coach Hanger's done a pretty good job developing that talent so far, as we are just about ready to go here. Looks like it will be the Lancers to serve first, and it will be their libero, Kaylee Lane, who will start things off service-wise. Freshman volleyball also lost in two, 25-23, 25-16. Serve over, picked up by Gutyar and set up for Johnson. She goes cross-court. Nice diving effort from Lane. Muniz will pick it up, setting it up for her sister. Ava taps it over. And set up by Monroe. And the attempted kill from from Paget goes too far, and the Kahawks have a lead. Carly Altenberger will rotate in immediately and be the first server for Collinsville. She does so and picks up an ace.
Very good serving team for Collinsville, that's for sure.
Yeah, we've talked about that a little bit in our previous broadcasts. Kahawks continuing their good start. Altenberger to serve again. She does so. Set up into the middle, and a big kill there from, is that Morrow?
I believe it was 10.
Kramkowski, okay. Point for the Lancers at any rate, and it will be Addison Werner, the right side hitter, who will go back to serve for Belleville East. She does so, picked up by Gutyar to Altenberger, set up for Avery Johnson, puts it down. Nice job there by Werner on the attack receive, tipped by Edwards. Muniz able to get to it, setting it up for Avery Johnson. She gets it over and in. Maybe not the most textbook kill, but it will go down as one anyways.
Hey, it's a point.
Yep. You'll take points however you can get it. And the Kahawks off to a all right start, 3-1. Avery Johnson will head back to serve for the Kahawks. Johnson serve. Received well by Lane. Set up into the middle. And another kill there from, that's Liv Kraus, actually, number 9. And that'll make it 3-2. Rotating in for the Lancers, Paige Hill. And heading back to serve is that Abby House, 11?
Yes.
All right. She does so. Picked up by Muniz. Altenberger will set it up for Lily Johnson. Gets it through the block and down. Lily Johnson picks up her first kill, and that'll make it 4-2 in favor of the Kahawks. Jocelyn Johnson up off the bench will come in for Addie Muniz. Amari Edwards will head back to serve. And she does so, and it's a little too far. That'll make it 4-3. Julia Morrow rotates in. Liv Kraus back to serve. And she does so. Picked up by Johnson to Altenberger. Back to Johnson. And it goes off the block of Monroe and down.
Great heads-up play by Avery Johnson.
Yep. And that'll make it 5-3. Ava Muniz and Thompson back in. And it will be Natalie who will head back to serve. 5 serving 3 here early at Fletcher Gym. And that one goes into the net. That'll be a point for the Lancers. Abby Monroe will head back to serve. Does so, picked up by Zakiah McMorris into the game for the first time. Set up for Johnson. And in. Avery with her third kill. That'll make it 6-4 Collinsville. And now Z, as she is called, will head back to serve.
She's in my chemistry class.
There you go. Crowd's starting to file in. Decent crowd, looks like. As the serve from McMorris is too far. That'll make it 6-5.
Tried to hit that outside corner, but
yeah,
a little bit too much gas.
Yep. Addie Kramkowski will head back to serve for the Lancers. We got a 6-5 score here at Fletcher Gym.
Solid start for the Kahawks.
Yeah, not too bad. Showing some good fight here at home. Serve from Kramkowski, picked up by Gutyar, set up by Thompson for Muniz, and Ava able to put it down for the kill. That'll make it 7-5 Kahawks.
See Amari Edwards come back in.
And take the place of Jocelyn Johnson. Addie Muniz back to serve. And she does so. Picked up by Kramkowski and set up into the middle for Morrow, getting high up, but the Kahawks able to respond. Block there from the Lancers. Kahawks go right back to Johnson, goes with a softer approach. Paget able to get to that one, set up into the middle. Nice job there by Thompson on the receive. Muniz will set it up for her sister. Ava gets it over. Set up there over on the far side, and nice job there by Muniz. Not a whole lot she was going to do, but it worked out as a kill. Set back up, back into the middle, and this time the Lancers are not to be denied. Big kill there from Julia Morrow, and that'll make it 7-6. Back to the top of the rotation for the Lancers already. Kaylee Lane back to serve.
Get the kill and then go sit down.
Yes. Now it worked out with the rotation. Floats up into the air. Gutyar gets to it. Thompson setting it up for Johnson, and a nice job on the block. Lancers will try and get it set up here. Attempted kill deflected. Gutyar with a nice dig. Thompson setting it up for Johnson. Great dig there from Lane, able to get it set up where Lancers might have been able to do something with it, but nobody there to receive it, and that'll make it 8-6 Kahawks. Altenberger and Lily Johnson back in, and Carly will head back to serve. Top of the order for the Kahawks. Carly's serve, floats up into the air, and set up into the middle.
Good dig by Gutyar.
Yes. Set up into the middle, trying to get it to Werner, able to get it over. Altenberger setting it up for Johnson. Avery there spins around and winds up dropping down. That will be a kill for Avery. That's her fourth already. 9-6 Kahawks. Altenberger back to serve again. Altenberger gets it over to Paget. Set up for, trying to get it set up for Werner, but she hits it into the net. Tack here makes it 10-6 Kahawks. Timeout, Belleville East. We'll go ahead and take a break here. Back in just a minute on the Kahawk Broadcast Club Network.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahawk Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
We welcome you back here to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. We got a 10-6 lead for Collinsville here early on in this first set, but
definitely
yeah,
some
I mean,
momentum for Collinsville.
yeah, not perfect. Definitely some things that
I mean, obviously neither one of us were at the game at East, but
yeah.
I can assume that it's gone a little bit better than that one did.
Yeah, set up into the middle and a nice kill there from Kraus. And I mean, it helps that she's pretty tall, but I don't think I've seen anybody get up as high above the net as Kraus does. And she kind of floats up there too. It's not like a real quick.
I mean, she is like, I'm not sure. She's
probably,
every bit of probably 6 foot, but.
Well. Yeah. Set up for Johnson, deflected, and Lane able to get to. Great dig there off of the deflection. Kahawks looking to respond. Set up for Lily Johnson. Received well there by Kramkowski. Set up into the middle for Kraus again. Edwards able to get the tap back over. Set up for Paget. That was deflected. Gutjahr with a nice dig. Altenberger setting it up for Avery Johnson. She goes that little cross-court push that she has employed quite often over the year.
5 kills
and
for
picks
Avery.
up her 5th kill already. McMorris in for Gutjahr. Johnson back to serve. Avery specifically.
Yeah, you do have to specify.
Yeah, there's
3.
Well, 2 at the moment. 2 at the moment on the floor.
Yeah.
Right over to Lane. Paget able to get to it. Set it up for Werner, and that's popped up. Johnson gets to it. Muniz able to get up into the air, and nice joust win there from the combination of Kraus and
Paget, maybe?
I don't know. Point for Belleville East at any rate. Back to serve is House. She does so. Right to Muniz. Altenberger setting it up for Lily Johnson. She taps it over. And unfortunate, the dive there, able to get a piece of it, but Werner unfortunately kind of got. No, that's
not an ace, a kill.
Yeah, kill for Lily. Just kind of got screened, had to kind of hurdle her teammate.
No one could really get to the ball.
Yep, Edwards with the serve, and that one goes into the net. 12-9. New player in for Belleville East. That is Riley Curitin, senior, into the game for the first time. She will head back to serve. And she does so. Set up by Johnson to Altenberger to Lily Johnson. That ticks to the top of the net. Lancer's able to keep it alive, setting it up for Hill. And Hill puts it down for her first kill of the night. She is the leader in kills for the Lancers so far this year, and able to put that one down for the kill. It'll be 10 serving 12. Curitin back to serve again. And she does so, and that's an ace.
Maybe a little switch in momentum here.
Just slightly.
Still close, obviously.
Yep.
But
Lancers responding fairly well after the timeout. Curitin serves again. Avery, that's it to Altenberger to Jocelyn Johnson. She gets it over. Curitin picks it up. Set up by Monroe for Hill, and able to get a partial block on it, but Hill puts it down for the kill, and we are tied at 12. And that'll prompt Coach Dawson to take a timeout. Be back in just a minute here on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations, and now in Marissa, St. Laborie, and New Athens for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs with super low closing costs and low construction loan rates. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We welcome you back here to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, 12 serving 12 here in our first set between Belleville East and Collinsville. Riley Curitan looking to continue her service run, and that'll be an ace as it seemed like a relatively easy receive for Addie, but she's caught it wrong and goes spinning off into the crowd, and that'll give the Lancers their first lead, I believe.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, first lead at 13-12. Curitan back to serve again. And she does so. Gets it to Avery Johnson. Altenberger popping it up for McMorris. And McMorris puts it down for a kill. And maybe that'll help K-Hawks a little bit here. Eva Muniz and Natalie Thompson back in. And it will be Natalie who will go back to serve. Serving 13 here. Thompson gets the serve over, picked up well by House, set up for Hill, and does a good job getting it over and inside of the wire, set up for McMorris. Able to receive it there was House, tapped over by Hill. Thompson to Johnson to Ava Muniz, who will just push it over on the free ball. Picked up the lane, set up for Kraus. Muniz to Thompson to Ava Muniz, and Ava puts it down for the kill. Her third?
Yes, her second that I have marked down.
I guess second. I'll trust your stats. K-Hawks regain their lead at 14-13. Natalie Thompson back to serve again. And she does so. Fighting for it is Lane, but able to get it to Hill, and she mishits that one, and that'll give the K-Hawks another point. Thompson back to serve again. Serve is over, picked up by House. Lane setting it up for Hill. Una is able to get to that one. Thompson setting it up for McMorris. And Zakaya did a good job jostling with the left hand. Set up by Monroe. She just taps it over. K-Hawks will look to reset. Muniz to Muniz. Lane with a nice dig off the deflection. Setting it up for out of the back row. Jocelyn gets a piece of it. Addie to Ava once again. Nice dig there from, I believe that was Werner. McMorris does a good job getting to it. Muniz survives. Set up, and Avery will go for it out of the back row. Lane again. Set up in the middle for Kraus, and that goes off the block of Johnson and will be a point for the Lancers. Nice
great defense.
Yeah, nice rally. Good scramble from both teams, but it will be a point for the Lancers. It'll be 14 serving 15. Abby Monroe back behind the line for East. He does so. McMorris to Thompson, and Zakaya, nice block there from the combination of Hill and Morrow.
I think it was more the net than anything.
Maybe, and then will tie us up at 15. Monroe will go back to serve again. Monroe, the lefty, does so, gets it to Muniz. McMorris will pop it up for Avery. And we have a
net violation?
No, it's got above the net. It's a illegal spike, I think.
That's above my terminology.
Okay, yeah, I think that's what that means. I think. I don't know. Point for Belleville East anyway. McMorris setting it up for Thompson, and Avery tried to go for the push, and Yeah. Okay. She was behind the spike line, but got above the height of the net. That's the rule.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what that line's for. Okay.
Now you know. Another serve for Monroe to McMorris, setting it up for Thompson. Back to Zakaya. And nice job sliding over there from Hill and Morrow. That'll make it 18-15. Belleville East, and prompt a timeout from Coach Dawson. We'll go ahead and keep it here for this one. Yeah, always a little interesting as we have a conversation here between the corner referee and the chair. It's been a pretty entertaining game. Crowd filled up all right.
Yeah.
Took a little while for everybody.
Student section as well.
Yeah, filled up pretty well. I don't see, there's a couple of freshman players, but not too many. So, spirits still appear to be pretty high for the coaching staff. Getting ready to go here. It'll be 18 serving 15 for Belleville East. Collinsville at any rate, have certainly showed some improvement from the last matchup. And hopefully they're able to continue that as that serve from Monroe goes too far, and that'll be a, Kahawks will take the opportunity and it'll make it 18-16, and it will be McMorris who will go back to serve. She does so, popped up into the air, Lane to Monroe, setting it for Hill. Muniz does a good job getting to it. Thompson setting up for Avery Johnson. That's deflected. Nice dig there from House, but nobody else able to get to it, so that will be a kill for Avery. Her 6th already, and that'll cut the deficit back down to 1. McMorris will head back to serve again. And that one is too far. Service error count seems a little higher than usual for Collinsville.
There's been a couple that are just right there, but a little bit too much.
Yeah, Gutyar in for Collinsville.
I wouldn't say there's been any bad serves though. Like
not very many anyway. Yeah, I mean if you get it, if you're getting it over the net, you go too far. I mean, not ideal obviously, but you'll live with it. That one goes to Muniz. Thompson setting it up for Avery Johnson. She goes cross court. Lane to Monroe, setting up into the middle, and able to get a piece of it was Avery, but another kill there out of the middle for Morrow. They'll at least have some very good middles.
Yes, they do.
Probably the best middle hitters I've seen all year. Ava Muniz gets it over. Set up by Kramkowski, trying to get it for Paget. Nice block there. Roof there for
Jocelyn Johnson.
Yeah, we'll give that. I think that was pretty much all Jocelyn.
Yeah.
She'll get a nice hand from Coach Dawson and Amari Edwards as she heads to the bench. The libero Addie Muniz will head back to serve. 18 serving 20 here.
See Gutyar come back in?
Yep. That was earlier, and that one is, again, just a little too far. Another point for Belleville East, and that'll make it 21-18. As their JV players, which have set up kind of an unofficial student section in the northwest bleachers here at Fletcher Gym. Set up for Avery Johnson, and that got through the block there. So Avery with her 7th, came down on the other side of the net. Altenberger and Lily Johnson in. Avery's 7th kill of the night. Altenberger head back to serve. 19 serving 21 here. And she does so. Spun up into the air, set up into the middle, tapped over by Morrow. Nice dig there from Muniz. Lily Johnson will push it over on the free ball, set up by Monroe. That was deflected. Altenberger trying to set it up, tapped over. Monroe setting it up and that is too far. Just barely. Back to
Hawks will definitely take it though.
Yes, back to a 1-point game. Coach
Altenberger back to serve.
Yes. Carly does so. That one's high and deflected off of Paget. Probably would have gone out of bounds, but the Jayhawks will take the opportunity. That will go down as an ace for Carly. And we are tied at 21.
That's her second ace of the game. Continue her service run.
Yep. Tapped up in the air by Kramkowski. Eventually will come to Paget, and that one would have been down anyway, even if Gutjahr hadn't been there to deflect it. That'll give the Lancers the lead again at 22-21. Addison Werner will head back to serve. She does so. Muniz. Edwards will get it over on the second. Set up into the middle, and that is not touched. Tried to get it to the corner, but pulled it a little bit wide there. Did Kraus, I believe.
That sounds right.
And that'll tie us up at 22. Avery Johnson back to serve.
Student section continuing the build.
Yes. Popped up into the air. Monroe getting to it. Set up for Kraus. Popped up into the air. Avery gets to it to Altenberger. McMorris will just kind of punch it over. Set up by Monroe, trying to get it to Paget, and that goes off of the block of Johnson, but out of bounds. So that'll make it 23-22 Lancers. Hill and House rotating in. And it will be House who will head back to serve. 23-22 Lancers. She does so, and that is too far.
Tie it back up at 23.
Yes, you have to win by 2. Those of you who are unfamiliar, 2 clear points. So 25-23 would be the end of the set. 25-24 would not.
26-24, that would win.
So, etc. Edwards able to get that one over. Lane setting it up for Hill. Edwards was a good job receiving that one. McMorris will get it to Lily Johnson. She'll play it over on the free ball. Monroe setting it up, and that was deflected and down, and that'll make it 24-23. Irving for the set will be Riley Curitan, who will serve for the set for the Lancers. Curitan does so. Muniz to Altenberger, setting up for Lily Johnson. Nice dig there from Kraus, just kind of tapped over. Altenberger gets to it. Muniz setting up for nobody in particular, and Lily Johnson puts it into the net, and that will be the set. 25-23 in favor of the Lancers, but a
heck of a fight.
Yeah, definitely a nice fight from the Jayhawks as we'll just confirming everything. A bit of a conference here. Hold on just a second. Clock is running, so I think
has not marked anything on the.
Yeah, has not reset anything yet, so hold on just a moment here.
I'm guessing the stat book had, or the scoreboard had a different score or something than the officials?
Or, well, what was, just checking to make sure, so.
Well, now they have the Lancers. Okay, now they've reset it.
So, just wait official confirmation here, so bear with us for a moment. As of now, we have a 25-23 set 1 win. And okay, the referees are walking away, and they're going to have Belleville East bring their book over. I'm not sure what exactly were
different scores, maybe. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I mean, if it's less than, it's more or less than what it is, then there's a question mark here. While they figure that out, we're going to go ahead and take a break. If we figure out what the heck happened, we'll be back to tell you about it in just a minute here on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network.
Looking for some unique food options, super cold drinks, and a fun atmosphere with an attentive staff? Look no further than Hurricanes Bar and Grill in Collinsville. Owned and operated by former Kahok State soccer champ Tim Johnson, Hurricanes has been one of the area's great meeting places for fun, food, live sports and music, and video gaming. Daily specials like Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, and Fish Fridays. Hurricanes will tackle those hunger pains. Hurricanes is always open during all of Uptown Collinsville's Main Street festivals. Hurricanes is the place to satisfy your hunger and thirst needs. Hurricanes Bar and Grill, 222 West Main Street in Collinsville. Give them a call for carryout orders at 618-345-0846. 618-345-0846. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville.
We welcome you back here to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Set 1 going the way of Belleville East, 25-23, but after getting more points than they got in both sets of the game at Belleville East combined, obviously you want to win that set, but I don't think there are some positive things that can be taken from that, I think.
Oh, for sure. I think Coach Dawson is, I mean, obviously you want to win, but I think that
it shows growth. If nothing else.
There's definitely things to be happy about that we did in that set.
All right. We'll see how things go here in set number 2. Carly Altenberger will serve it over. Picked up by Paget. Monroe setting it up into the middle for Kraus. And Kraus puts it down for Kill, and that'll make it 1-0 Lancers. Back to serve will be Addison Werner. She does so. Muniz to Altenberger, setting it up for Avery Johnson, and able to pick up the kill. There was eight already. I want to say the high.
I think she had 11 earlier in the year.
Yeah, I was like, I'm trying to think. 11. The number of 13 is popping up in my mind, but I don't know where that would have been. I don't know. But not quite her high, but approaching it. Nice job there from Paget, as that is too far and was not deflected, says the referee, so that'll be a point for Collinsville. Another thing, complimented Belleville East middle play. Monroe does a very good job, too. Some of the passes that she's been able to execute have been very impressive.
Yes.
Like that one. The block hits the wire. That'll be a kill, and that'll make it 2-2. Yeah.
Not even necessarily they move the ball very well, but I've noticed that Belleville East, like, as players, move around each other very well.
Yeah, it's, with not an extremely, a semi-young team. I think this is, but they've, definitely have talent. And big kill there out in the middle from Kraus. She's probably got about 6. I mean, we're not keeping track of their stats, but yeah, somewhere in that range. 6, 7, 8, maybe not 8, but 5 to 7, we'll say. Abby House back to serve for the Lancers at any rate, and does so. Goes to the opposite, number 11, Avery Johnson, set up by Altenberger for Lily Johnson, and blocked down there by Kraus. Maybe Hill in there a little bit as well, and that'll make it 4-2 East. Feels like the energy's kind of gone out of the gym a little bit after that first set.
Maybe a little bit.
House serve over, picked up by Muniz. Altenberger to McMorris, and that will be a kill for
I'll say
Zakaya.
it deflected off of.
Yeah, it went off the block, so that counts as a kill. Goes out of bounds. That does count. At least by my understanding, that counts as a kill. So that's
One,
oh, that's really
or I think it's 2.
okay. Yeah. I'll trust your judgment. You're the one keeping stats. Attempted kill from Hill, picked up by Muniz. Altenberger setting it up for McMorris. Taps it over. Nice job there by Werner, and eventually Monroe will attempt to get it over, but be unsuccessful in doing so. Goes into the net, and we're tied at 4.
They cover the ball very well.
Yeah.
Say if one of their teammates makes a mistake or misses, there's always someone right there.
Yeah, they're.
They pick
They
each
don't-
other up.
Yeah, they
very
don't
well.
have to. They don't have to do it a lot, but they scramble well. Nice kill there from Hill, and that's you know,
Johnson tried to stick a foot out at it, but, I mean,
which I think would count.
that does count. But
Yeah, I
that
was like,
smoked.
but yeah, that's why she's averaging 4 kills a set. As we have a.
Although she's not very tall, but she gets up there.
I mean, she's not too much shorter than Kraus. Probably in
Yeah,
the,
I guess that's true.
Well, I guess I can check the roster, see if we have heights listed.
She's probably about 5'9".
Yeah. Yeah, no heights listed, but I think that's a reasonable enough estimation as combo block there from Monroe and Werner.
Maybe a little bit of loss in communication for the Kahawks, but
Yeah. Lane back to serve at any rate. Does so to Muniz, to Jocelyn Johnson. And into the net was the attempted kill there from Avery, and that'll make it 7-4. Lane back to serve again. She does so. Muniz digs that one out. Altenberger to Jocelyn Johnson. Set up by Monroe into the middle for Kraus, and that one's still in play, Nice job there by Altenberger, able to dig that one out. Set up from Hill, that's deflected. Set up for Lily Johnson, she taps it over. Nice job there by Monroe, almost underneath the net. Hill tap it over. Johnson gets to it. Altenberger setting it up for McMorris. McMorris taps it over. Rally continues, set up for Hill again. She taps it over, and that goes off of Altenberger and off of Avery Johnson and down for a point. That'll make it 8-4 Lancers. Muniz pops it up for Hill, and Hill pushes that one down. That'll make it 9-4. Lane back to serve again. A little bit of a service run building here.
Belleville's starting to show why they're 19-5 or
20-5.
20-5.
Yep. Pushed over. Monroe setting it up for Kraus, and that is too far. Be a point for Collinsville, 9-5. Ava Muniz and Thompson in for Altenberger and Lily Johnson, which means it's Natalie's turn to serve. Thompson sends it over, popped up into the air, come down to Hill, and that goes too far. And that'll be another point for Collinsville. That'll make it 9-6. Thompson again to serve for Collinsville. Looking to answer one service run with another one, just a little bit. And she does so, and that one dropped pretty quickly, and that will be an ace for the junior. Her first of the night, I do believe. That'll make it 9-7.
Collinsville still fighting.
Yeah. Thompson serves, and whoa, Lane able to get to it, and trying to go for the kill there was Ava Muniz, but it hits the top of the net and spins just on the
I thought it hit the line.
wrong side of the line.
I thought if it touched the line, it was in.
Any part, but I think it was all the way over. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
It was in the judgment of the referee.
And he's right there. So.
Yep. Roof there from Kraus, and that'll make it 11-7.
Do you ever figure out heights or no?
No, they aren't on the roster that I have. Monroe to serve again.
That's not Kraus. That's
8 is Kraus. And
no,
that is
9's Kraus. That's Julian.
that's Morrow.
Or
Morrow, yeah, 8, not 9. Correct. Thank you, Josh. Yep. Gutyar in, as that'll be a kill for Zakai, her 3rd, I believe.
Yes.
Back to serve is Gutyar for Collinsville. And Griffin serves it into the net, and that'll make it 12-8. Paget and Kramkowski back in. And it will be Kramkowski who will head back to serve. Kramkowski, also a very good softball player. Remember calling her name in the spring as she picks up an ace there. Make it 13-8. Next action for Belleville East will be Thursday, as they've got a home conference match against Belleville West. Do have one more tournament left. I'm not sure where that is. I'm not sure if they're in the O'Fallon tournament or not, as another ace for Kramkowski makes it 14-8. No sign of any movement from Coach Dawson as of yet.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is, yeah. Next action for Collinsville will be Thursday night here against Edwardsville. I'm going to operate under the assumption that Todd will be doing that game. But in the meanwhile, we'll take a break after the timeout. Be back in just a moment on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network.
Probably the largest purchase you'll ever make. We have 5 agents on our team.
We cover about an hour radius around St. Louis.
We grew up here. We know every town like the back of our hands.
Our job as realtors is helping someone find their dream home, whether it's a family or an individual. We just want to do everything that we can to keep the process as simple and as stress-free as possible for you.
The Blaylock Group, the official realtors of the Kahok Sports Network and Kahok Athletics.
Back underway here at Fletcher Gym. Set up for Muniz, and Lancer is able to tap it over. There was Monroe. Nice job by Lane picking up on the quick attempted kill there from Avery Johnson. Muniz will set it up for Avery, and she goes cross court, and that goes too far. And that'll make it 15-8 in favor of the Lancers. Kramkowski will look to continue her service run as one of the Lancers JV players fetches the ball from down in the corner here, the northwest corner. Serve over Gutyar to Thompson, setting up for Avery Johnson, and Avery able to pick up her ninth. Yes, yeah. 9th kill, and that'll make it 15-9. The Kahawks get the rotation done as Jocelyn Johnson will get the opportunity to serve for the first time. And Jocelyn does so, floats it up over there for Lane. Monroe setting it up for Morrow. Gutyar setting it up for Ava Johnson, but winning the joust there was a combination of Paget and Morrow, and that'll make it 16-9.
Now you'll see Kraus come back in.
Yep, Kraus and Curitan, as Curitan will head back to serve. She does so as Ava Muniz kind of threw her sister off a little bit as Addie was tracking it, but Ava was like, oh, well, it's coming right to me. Let me try and play this. Fortunately, it took kind of an awkward spin, and nobody was really prepared for it, so it'll be an ace for Curitan. 17 serving 9 here for the Lancers. Does so. Nice job by Gutyar getting that one. Set up in the middle for Edwards. But she pops that up a little too far, and that'll make it 18-9 in favor of Belleville East. This is
a little bit more of what
was, you know, the, well, yeah. Attempted kill there from Johnson, blocked up. Paget to Monroe, up into the middle for Warner, and that is a kill as it was deflected. Make it 19-9. Yeah, crowd still here, still definitely present, but it's gotten a bit quieter as Coach Dawson will take a timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here for this one. We were actually talking during the last commercial break. This is actually our last girls volleyball broadcast of the year here on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network. It's always fun to be able to get to do this. We're not going anywhere, I promise. We've got soccer for you on Thursday. I'll be over at Kahok Stadium as the Kahawks take on Belleville West. Yep, because they're playing East tonight. Take on Belleville West in Southwestern Conference clash, looking to avenge. Kahawks looking to avenge an earlier loss after picking up a nice win over Waterloo last night on senior night. But back to the game at hand. Curitan to serve, 19 serving 9 here in our second set. Curitan does so. Gutyar and
Kraus just shoves it over.
Kraus right there and able to just push it down. 20-9. Curitan will go back to serve again. Curitan pops it up into the air. Muniz to Thompson to Ava Muniz, and that gets through the block of Paget and down for a kill. Ava up to
That's her
fourth?
third.
Okay. Not a bad day for the freshman. Back to serve will be Carly Altenberger. Kahawks looking to make a little bit of a dent into this lead here, 20-10. Floats up into the air. Monroe setting it up for Kraus as that spins still is in play. Buchar will just push it over. Lane setting it up for Paget, and that is too far. That'll make it 20-11. So something.
Yeah.
Surpasses the total from, again, both sets in the earlier matchup. Fighting on still. Altenberger serves over, picked up, and set up for, that was Warner, and goes spinning off towards us.
Tried to hit it to me.
Yeah, tried to hit it to us. We would have had to, didn't quite get high enough. It is possible to get a ball up into the up into the concourse here at Fletcher Gym, but not too common of an occurrence. Back to serve is Addison Warner for Lancers, 21 serving 11. She does so, and that splits Gutyar and Muniz and drops in short. And that'll make it 22-11. Warner back to serve again. She does so. Gutyar able to get that one by Altenberger for Johnson. That is a kill for Avery. Make it 22-12.
That's her 10th.
Yes. Kahawks still showing some fight here. McMorris in. It'll be Johnson who will head back to serve. And she does so. Nice dig there from Kramkowski. Curitan setting it up for Paget. It will come over on the free ball to Muniz. Altenberger setting it up for Muniz. Nice block there from Kraus. Set up over on the other side for McMorris. Kraus got to it again, but not as clean of a block this time. Zakai with her fourth kill.
Yes.
Fourth. Yep, and that'll make it 22-13. Okay, showing some fight here. Avery Johnson back to serve again. Some velocity behind that one. Set up for Paget. She pops it up. Muniz will get it over onto the other side. Set up by Monroe. And second deflection there from Edwards kind of threw off Lilly. That'll make it 23-13. House and Hill back in. Kramkowski and Paget to the bench. As back to serve will be Abby House. 23 serving 13 here. Lancers looking to improve to 21 and 11, as that'll be an ace, and that will be set and match point here for the Lancers.
Looks like Addie may have slipped. I'm not sure.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe misread the flight of the ball and slipped in trying to adjust. Not sure. House back to serve again, serving for the set and the match here. And she does so. Picked up by Avery Johnson. Altenberger
And that'll
winds
do it.
up going it into the net, and that will do it. Final score 25-23. 25-13. Lancers improve to 21 and 5. Kahawks fall to 15 and 11. Told you all what the next broadcast will be. Or told you all what the next match will be. Our next broadcast, again, will be some soccer on Thursday. Myself and Matt Langley will be doing that one for you. And then after that, just one more. Well, probably two more. One more for sure, as Dr. Chris McCluskey and I will be doing week 9 of the high school football season as the Kahawks take on Triad.
Will that be on the Kahok broadcast?
Yes, that will be here on this channel. And then the day after that, that Saturday afternoon, the 24th is the football game, then the 25th, if Collinsville win their soccer regional semifinal, they're playing Alton. So we are going to operate under the assumption that assuming Collinsville win, we will have that regional championship game for you against either
O'Fallon or Edwardsville?
No, it would be Edwardsville or
Quincy, probably.
Quincy, I think. That sounds right. I don't know. We'll that's still a ways out, so we'll iron out the details of that as we get closer to it. But that will wrap things up here. 25-23, 25-13, your final score. Avery Johnson leads the way for the Kahawks with 10 kills. Not a bad performance, but the Lancers are able to pick up the win. Kahawks fall to 2 and 5 in conference.
Yes.
We're going to go ahead and wrap things up. Big thank you to all of you for watching. Big thank you to Josh for helping me out tonight. We'll see you all next time.